Are you drinking water every single day, yet still noticing that your body feels weaker, slower, and more tired than it used to? You might think the problem is age or that you're not exercising enough. But here's the truth. It may not be how much water you drink, it's what's missing in it. For people over 60, there is one simple addition you can mix into your daily water that science shows may slow muscle loss, support your strength, and even help you rebuild lean muscle that you thought was gone for good. On this channel, I share practical, natural strategies to help men and women over 60 stay strong, mobile, and independent. If you're new here, welcome. If you've been with us for a while, you know my mission, to help you age with confidence and vitality. Now, let's talk about something that's rarely discussed but deeply important. It's called sarcopenia, the gradual, age-related loss of muscle. It doesn't happen overnight. One day your legs just feel a little heavier. Your arms lose some tone. Then suddenly climbing stairs or carrying groceries feels harder than it should. Most advice tells you, eat more protein, exercise more, stay hydrated. And yes, all of that matters. But there's one overlooked nutrient, an amino acid, that acts like a key, unlocking your body's ability to actually use that protein to build muscle. In a moment, I'll show you exactly what it is, how it works, and how to use it safely at home. About 15 years ago, researchers noticed something fascinating. Two groups of older adults were eating similar diets and exercising about the same, yet one group kept their muscle strength while the other group slowly declined. What was different? It wasn't willpower or genetics. It came down to one small nutrient almost no one was talking about. That nutrient is called leucine. It's a simple amino acid, completely natural, flavorless, and safe, that acts like the ignition key for your muscle-building engine. Without enough leucine, you can eat all the protein you want, but your muscles won't hear the signal to grow. With enough leucine, that switch flips back on, even in your 60s or 70s. Think of it this way. Protein is the bricks and mortar, but leucine is the form and shouting. Start building now. When leucine enters your bloodstream, it triggers something called the mTOR pathway, the master control switch that tells your muscles it's time to make new fibers. Here's where it gets exciting. For younger people, small amounts of leucine in food can flip that switch. But after 60, the switch gets rusty, it takes more leucine and it has to arrive quickly. That's why adding it directly to water works so well. It's absorbed within 30 minutes, reaching your muscles fast. So what does this mean for you? It means a simple glass of leucine-enhanced water, taken at the right times of day, can help stop muscle breakdown and even restart muscle growth. In just a few weeks, many seniors notice stronger legs, easier daily tasks, and renewed energy. Now you might be wondering, all right, doctor, how much leucine do I actually need and when should I take it? The answer is refreshingly simple. You don't need massive amounts. In fact, your body can only use a small dose at a time, just enough to flip that muscle-building switch. Research shows that about 3 to 4 grams a day is ideal for most people over 60. But here's the key. Don't take it all at once. Divide it into 2 or 3 smaller doses throughout the day. That way, your muscles get a steady reminder to stay in building mode. The first and most important dose, right after you wake up. Think about it. Your body has been fasting all night and your muscles have been breaking down for fuel. A glass of leucine water in the morning tells your muscles, stop breaking down, start building again. The second dose works best about 30 minutes before lunch. Why? Because leucine makes your muscles more responsive to the protein you're about to eat. It's like priming the soil before planting seeds. You'll get more growth from the same food. And for those who want even stronger results, a third small dose in the mid-afternoon can help. That's the time of day when muscle breakdown naturally rises, and leucine acts like a gentle shield, keeping your muscles in growth mode until evening. Let me share a few real stories from patients who tried this simple routine, because sometimes science feels distant, but stories bring it home. One of my patients, Margaret, was 72. She loved gardening, but her legs burned after just a few minutes of pulling weeds. We added a morning dose of leucine water and encouraged her to walk for 15 minutes in the afternoon. Within 3 weeks, she told me, "Doctor, I can kneel in my garden again without my thighs screaming." By 6 weeks, she was back to her roses. Then there was James, 68, a grandfather who simply wanted to lift his grandson without wobbling. We started him with leucine before lunch and paired it with chair stands, just standing up and sitting down 10 times. At week 4, he said, "I don't need to push on the armrest anymore." At week 8, he proudly carried his grandson across the living room. Another case was Helen, 70, recovering from knee surgery. She was cautious, so we began with very small doses, just half a gram at a time, combined with gentle physical therapy. By the 3rd month, she climbed the church steps again to rejoin her choir. She told me, "Doctor, I feel like I have my life back." These aren't miracles. They are the natural response of muscles that finally get the signal they've been waiting for. And the best part, anyone over 60 can start this journey safely, right at home. Now, before you rush to buy leucine, let me give you some guidance. Not all supplements are created equal. Choosing the right form makes the difference between real results and wasted money. Look for pure L-leucine powder. The L is important. That's the form your body can actually use. Some cheaper products mix in other fillers or inactive forms, and those won't help your muscles. I always advise my patients, choose a brand that's third-party tested or USB/NSF certified. That way you know what's on the label is actually in the jar, pure leucine, nothing more. Powder is usually better than capsules. Why? It's more economical, it dissolves faster in water, and you can adjust the dose precisely. With capsules, you'd have to swallow many pills just to reach the right amount. When it comes time to prepare, it's easy. Add about 1 gram of leucine powder into a glass of room temperature water, not boiling hot, not ice cold. Stir or shake for 20–30 seconds until it's clear. You shouldn't taste much, maybe just the faintest hint. If you like, you can squeeze in a bit of lemon or add a slice of cucumber for freshness. But avoid sugar or artificial sweeteners. They can interfere with absorption. Now, what should you realistically expect once you start adding leucine to your water? I always tell my patients, don't look for an overnight miracle. Instead, watch for the small changes that build week after week. In the first week or two, many people notice subtle shifts, less afternoon fatigue, a bit more steadiness when climbing stairs, or not feeling as winded after household chores. These are early signs that your muscles are responding. By the 3rd or 4th week, everyday tasks start to feel easier. Getting up from a chair doesn't require pushing on the armrests. Carrying groceries feels less like a workout. This is what we call functional strength, strength that shows up in your daily life. Around weeks 5 and 6, the improvements often become measurable. Maybe you can do more repetitions of chair stands, walk farther without resting, or climb stairs without pausing. It's the point where confidence begins to return. By the 7th or 8th week, many of my patients tell me, "Doctor, I feel like I've turned back the clock 5 or 10 years." It's not magic. It's simply the result of consistent signals telling your muscles to grow again. The key is patience and consistency. Muscles after 60 won't transform overnight, but give them steady encouragement and they will surprise you. Now, leucine by itself is powerful, but it works best when paired with movement. Think of leucine as the raw material and the building signal, while your activity provides the blueprint. Without movement, your body doesn't know where to place the new muscle. The good news: you don't need a gym membership. Simple, everyday activities are enough. Walking around the block, standing up from a chair, carrying laundry, or even tending your garden. These movements send your muscles the blueprint they need. Ideally, try to be active within 2 to 4 hours after drinking your leucine water. That's when the amino acids are circulating at their peak. A 20-minute walk, some wall push-ups, or light stretching during this window can make a huge difference. I often tell my patients, link it to habits you already have. Morning leucine. Do 10 minutes of hallway walking. Midday dose. Try 10 chair stands before lunch. Afternoon dose. Do some light gardening or stretch while dinner simmers. Small, steady movements add up. Remember, it's not about intensity, it's about consistency. Daily signals, daily movement, daily recovery. That rhythm is what helps your muscles stay alive and strong after 60. Before you start, let me pause for something very important: safety. Leucine is natural and generally safe, but just like any supplement, it's not a one-size-fits-all. Some people need to check with their doctor first. If you have kidney disease or reduced kidney function, you should definitely talk with your clinician before starting leucine. Your kidneys process amino acids, and we don't want to add stress if they are already working hard. For those living with diabetes, leucine can actually improve insulin sensitivity. But because it can influence blood sugar, you'll want to monitor your glucose more closely when starting. If you take blood pressure medication, be aware. Leucine may lower blood pressure slightly. That can be good, but in combination with medication, it might lower it too much. So, check your readings regularly. And if you're on certain antidepressants, especially MAO inhibitors, please talk to your doctor. Interactions are rare, but it's always safer to double-check. For most healthy older adults, leucine in the amounts we've discussed, 3 to 4 grams a day, is well within safe limits. But remember, your health story is unique. When in doubt, bring this plan to your healthcare provider and ask if it fits you. Over the years, I've seen many patients get excited about leucine but then feel disappointed because they made some simple mistakes. Let me walk you through the most common ones so you don't repeat them. The first mistake is inconsistency. Some people take leucine for a week, skip a few days, then start again. Muscles don't work that way. They respond to steady signals. Think of it like watering a plant. If you only water once in a while, the plant won't thrive. Another mistake is swallowing leucine right alongside a heavy meal. When your stomach is full of protein and other amino acids, leucine has to compete and much less gets absorbed. The best results come when you take it on an emptier stomach, about 30 minutes before eating. Some people think, if 1 gram is good, 5 grams must be better. That's not how your body works. Muscles can only use a certain amount at once. Extra leucine just gets converted to sugar or stored as fat. More is not better, steady is better. And perhaps the biggest mistake, expecting leucine to rebuild muscle while staying completely sedentary. Leucine provides the signal, but your muscles still need activity to know where to build. Even simple walking or chair stands make a huge difference. Avoiding these pitfalls can mean the difference between feeling no change and feeling 5 years younger in just a few months. One thing I've learned, people succeed more when they follow a simple plan. So let me give you a step-by-step 8-week roadmap. You don't need to do everything perfectly, just keep moving forward. Begin with 2 doses a day, 1 in the morning, 1 before lunch, each dose about 1 gram. Keep a little journal, note how steady you feel on stairs, how tired you get in the afternoon. If you tolerate it well, add a 3rd small dose mid-afternoon. Around this time, also begin pairing leucine with 10-15 minutes of light movement, chair stands, wall push-ups, or a short walk. Keep 3 doses if they feel good. Aim for 6,000 steps per day, but spread them out, not all at once. Track 1 or 2 functional tests, like how many times you can stand from a chair in 30 seconds. By now, most people feel noticeably stronger. Retest yourself. How easily can you climb stairs, carry groceries, or walk your favorite route? Decide if you need all 3 doses or if 2 are enough to maintain progress. Remember, this isn't a sprint. It's a steady path toward reclaiming strength. Every dose, every walk, every note in your journal adds up. In 8 weeks, you'll see just how far those small daily choices can take you. Leucine is powerful, yes, but it's only one piece of the puzzle. To truly support your muscles after 60, you need the full foundation: enough protein, healthy fats, vitamins, and minerals. Think of leucine as the spark, but the other nutrients are the fuel. Aim for about 25 to 35 grams of protein at each meal. That might be a piece of salmon, a couple of eggs with yogurt, or a hearty bowl of lentil soup. Consistency matters more than perfection. Don't forget omega-3s found in salmon, sardines, or walnuts. These healthy fats reduce inflammation and help your muscles recover. Many of my patients notice less soreness when they add omega-3s regularly. Vitamin D is another quiet hero. If you don't get much sun, consider a supplement, always with your doctor's advice. Add colorful fruits and vegetables too. They bring antioxidants that protect your muscles and joints. So, think of your routine as a team effort. Leucine turns the switch on, protein provides the bricks, omega-3s and vitamins keep the system running smoothly. Together, they build a strong, resilient body that carries you forward. Here's something I remind all my patients. Building muscle after 60 is not about doing something extreme. It's about small actions repeated every single day. The secret is to tie leucine to habits you never miss. Morning dose, keep it by your toothbrush. Pre-lunch dose, take it as you set the table. Afternoon dose, pair it with your cup of tea. When it becomes automatic, you never forget. Remember, it's not the giant leaps that change your health. It's the small steps you take consistently. Every glass of leucine water, every short walk, every stretch, they add up. Over time, these tiny choices teach your muscles and your nervous system that strength is still possible at any age. Sometimes patients tell me, "Doctor, I'm not sure it's working," or "I feel a little off." That's normal at the beginning and usually easy to fix. If leucine makes your stomach feel unsettled, try smaller amounts, maybe half a gram at a time, and slowly build up. If you don't notice any difference after 4 weeks, check 2 things. Are you getting enough total protein each day? And are you moving your body at least a little after your doses? If you don't like the taste, add a squeeze of lemon or a slice of cucumber. Avoid sugars or artificial sweeteners. They can reduce absorption. And if you're taking several prescriptions, bring this plan to your doctor. They can make sure it's safe for your unique situation. Before we wrap up, let's quickly review the key points, because remembering these 5 simple steps will keep you on track. Dose smart. Aim for 3-4 grams of leucine a day, divided into 2-3 small doses. Time smart. Take it on a relatively empty stomach, morning before lunch and maybe mid-afternoon. Move smart. Pair each dose with light activity, walking, chair stands, or wall push-ups. Feed smart. Make sure each meal gives you 25-35 grams of protein plus omega-3s and colorful vegetables. Track smart. Pay attention to your progress. Stairs, energy, sit-to-stand counts. Small wins prove it's working. Follow these 5 steps consistently, and your muscles will thank you, not just this month, but for years to come. Let me leave you with one last story. Helen, a 74-year-old patient of mine, thought her gardening days were over. She started with just half doses of leucine, taped a reminder to her kettle, leucine first, then tea, and walked her hallway every morning. 2 months later, she told me, "Doctor, I carried my flower pots to the windowsill again." The smile on her face, that's why I share this message. So here's my challenge for you. Choose your dose times. Prepare tomorrow's bottles of leucine water and commit to just 8 weeks. Give your muscles the signal they've been waiting for. If you're ready to stay strong and independent, subscribe to this channel for more weekly guidance. And when you feel your first small win, share it in the comments. Others will be inspired by your journey. As we close, I want you to picture something. 6 months from now, imagine yourself moving with confidence, getting up from chairs easily, climbing stairs without hesitation, carrying groceries without strain. That future is within reach. Remember, age-related muscle loss is not an unchangeable destiny. It's a medical condition we can prevent, slow, and even reverse. Every sip of leucine water, every step you take, is a vote for your independence. But knowledge alone won't change your life. Action will. Will you order your leucine today? Will you commit to 3 months of consistency? Because your muscles are waiting for that signal to rebuild. And don't worry, you're not starting from zero. Your body is capable of remarkable renewal no matter your age. Even in your 70s, even in your 80s, your muscles can respond when you give them the right message. Think of it as investing in your future self. Every glass of leucine water is like putting strength in the bank. Day by day, you're building reserves of energy, confidence, and independence. Picture yourself walking with your grandchildren, gardening without pain, carrying your own groceries with pride. That's the reward waiting for you if you stay consistent. Your muscles are not gone. They're just waiting to be reawakened. With leucine, movement, and proper nutrition, you can bring them back to life. Thank you for spending this time with me today. Here's to your strength, your health, and many more years of independence and vitality ahead. Now go take that first step. You'll be glad you did.